going to start off with the big one. It is in all caps. It is the Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Pisces at 23 degrees, 59 minutes, so almost 24 degrees, which that conjunction will actually go from like 2350 all the way into 24 degrees. And it lasts until about the 17th of April. So this energy is already building. It's been building since the 8th of April, and it will conjunct direct. So like literally to the minute on April 12th, and then begin to ebb off all the way through the 17th of April. And the reason why this energy is so important is this is legitimately a once in a lifetime energy. Everybody here, anybody that's ever going to see this video will never experience this energy again, period, dot. And the other thing that I thought was so fascinating about this energy is there are also other generations that have never experienced or never got to experience this energy due to the cycle and the transit of Jupiter and Neptune. So this is that once in a lifetime, like be aware of what's happening. You can work with this energy and have it. Again, going back to that continuation, there's a lot of this that is going to continue, even though this is when this is direct. The energy that you use and what you work with this energy at this time is going to have a continual effect over time. So what this energy signature you can really think about is spiritual development. Huge from a spiritual development perspective, not just on an individual level, but this is also a level up of society. This is a level up of consciousness. We are working with outer planets. So this is not just our individual, but also the higher perspective as well. There's a lot about the ancestors with Jupiter conjunct Neptune. So, abaya baya ni tunu to all of our egungun out there. We love you. We praise you. Thank you so much for all of your sacrifice and what you do for us every single day. And this energy really hones in on the ancestors and how do we ground spirituality? How do we ground our lineage? How do we ground ancestral reverence? And how do we do all of that into the reality of our lives? That's a big, and I am totally getting deja vu right now, like a lot. So probably a deep message out there for somebody, but it's this beautiful moment and shift in the resistance. And I don't know what that means. That was just something that came through. I don't know what shift in the resistance means. I kept seeing Star Wars in my head, but I think it really hones in on what is resisting you. What are you resisting right now? Shift in the resistance of knowing there's going to be I don't know. I think it's just going to be a very individual sort of thing. And by the way, not knowing, such a Neptune thing, right? There's this kind of glaze and haze, and we may not know what that means for many moons or many, many years to come. Expect a lot of altered realities and technology. So yes, while this is a natural aspect, there's also a very, we do, again, going back to that Venus conversation, we do have to stay grounded in reality, and technology is a part of our reality. And altered realities within technology, things like virtual reality, things like NFTs, things like all of these different ways that we can play with our realities via the medium of technology. Expect great shifts. And again, it's not that there may be shifts on this day. This is what opens the portal for those shifts to happen. So art, fashion, music, anything creative, watch out for in the next coming months. One of the coolest tiebacks to what this could look like is the last time that Jupiter and Neptune met up like this, not obviously in the sign of Pisces, but was when Avatar first came out. And that was under a Jupiter and Neptune transit. So, it didn't come out on the exact conjunction or the exact transit, but it did come out within that energy signature period. So that's what I mean about that continuation. It doesn't mean it's going to happen on the 12th. It could happen, but something's opening here within these realms. And it's really going to amplify what is not reality. As we build up into this, there's going to be that amplification of the non-linear, very gray areas of life. And again, it's getting out of that headspace and getting into the feeling space and allowing yourself to float within these waters. There's also there could be a lot within the theory realm that comes up during this time, and lots of work with the imagination. Imagination is a great energy signature. So if you are feeling a little floaty, if you are feeling a little daydreamy, that allow your imagination to take you where it wants to go, but just know like you can't live there, right? You can't stay there. You still have to be here, but it's a great time where if you're working on a business plan, let's say, if you're like, all right, well, let me just daydream about what I want that to look like. Let me use my imagination to how this could come about and just let it ride. Great day, great time frame to do that.